Is your host today on Transcend with Debbie and can be found on all platforms. She's a renowned international evidential psychic medium, Reiki master, Munike certified, and empowerment teacher who is holding space to bring awareness with other like-minded souls as we raise the vibration collectively for humanity with awareness, inspiration, love, compassion, and healing. Now your host, Debbie Romero.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome from those who are on Derek Akora's page, Things Network, Sacred Spiral, and Transcend with Debbie. Today, I have my friend Mandy Louise Paul backstage who's going to be joining me, where we're going to talk about remote viewing. Come with your questions, and we'll open up with mediumship, also psychic or questions, because that is how we're going to roll. Today's going to be a beautiful day. I already see some amazing souls in the house. Hi, Roy. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Iris. Hi, good morning, Bonita. ¿Cómo estás? How are you doing? That's what's up. Mandy is such an amazing soul, has some amazing stories. She is going to break it down for us. Let's bring her in, Miss Kelly Brickle. And don't forget to send the stars to support Derek Akora's page. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to send the likes. Don't forget to heart and send the love. Look at my girl, Mandy Louise Paul. Welcome to the show, my girl. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Debbie.
Yeah, it's so nice to have you here. We've had the honor to connect and work together before last year, and it's been a year that we've worked together, and
Wow.
how time has really passed, right? How time has passed. And can you see all those that are in on the sidelines here saying hello?
Hello,
Can you see
Iris. How are you?
Yeah, all right. Let's give some hellos. If you want to
I just
go
love
through.
that name, Iris. I think it's beautiful. Helen
Right.
Smith. Hello, Helen.
Hi, Helen, girl.
McCormick. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello, my girl, Jennifer. What's up, Miss Jennifer Rose? Hi, Helen Smith. Thank you so much for being here. Lorraine, thank you for being here. So it is really an honor to be able to come together for spirit and community, and having you here from across the pond. If you don't mind, can you just give a little bit a description of what you would like the world to know about you?
Well, obviously, my name is Mandy Louise Paul. I'm a remote viewer, an out-of-body facilitator, a spiritual medium and healer. So that's what I actually do. I know it's a lot of titles, but they're all doing anything in their own individual way. As a remote viewer, I have the ability to find people, dogs, objects, and such things. I found a lady missing in the Bali earthquake some time ago, about 5 years ago now. I literally knew where she was, who she was with, what she was wearing, and she was with 20 other people. So literally when I initiated that connection, I came out of my body and was with her in Bali. It was a very daunting experience for a young lady of 26. She'd gone traveling with a couple of friends, ended up in this cafe and collapsed because she was dehydrated. He rushed her to hospital for 12 hours, and then basically he said, you need to go into hospital. So she went to hospital, and then she comes back to the cafe where she was talking to her mother to explain what's happened. And literally, as she's talking to her mother, communications went down and the earthquake struck. So obviously she was on her own at that point, and really quite frightened at the same time. Sorry, spirit's coming in there a little bit. So literally she basically had to run literally and leave, because obviously the earthquake struck. Somebody shouted tsunami. She was exhausted. So she ended up on a hillside. I could see it like I can see you people on here. There was a drop off at the side. It was bare at the trees at the top. There were 20 people. She was wearing a little black skirt, black vest top. She was carrying sunglasses. Running in flip-flops is not the best way of running. And she was very hot and sweaty. And I knew all of these elements that was with her. So literally I came back in my body and told her mother where she was. And bearing in mind her mother's a police officer, so I was taking a big risk there. And so 15 hours later, when she finally gets the phone call to state that she's okay, she relayed everything I've just said to you back to her mother without prompting. So, I mean, that for me was literally mind-blowing, which took me on a roller coaster of an adventure of remote viewing, working with some of the best remote viewers in the world, Joe McGonigal, Paul Smith and Lynn Buchanan. All these guys was involved with the Stargate project for the US military and the government. So I have been doing various other things since. I've been finding dogs, I've been finding shoes, keys, and various other things that people need to find. So it's a really interesting way of communicating with objects, which we're involved with objects throughout our lives, and whatever we're involved with throughout our lives goes into our subconscious mind. So then we can bring it forward to the conscious mind when we need it. I can't hear you, Debbie, sorry.
I'm sitting here like, wow. But I just find it very cool that you're able to trust the process, and you just saved a soul, and you trusted in what you were getting and what you were feeling into. And all the comments in here are just like, whoa, like, wow, amazing. And that is a true remarkable unfoldment of the intelligence of spirit working through you and with you. And we talked earlier, and we talked about not only the trust that you have for what you're unfolding, but also the trust that is required by this mother. I trust Mandy. I believe in her. I believe in spirit. And that is a really true, that's like really giving you, here, Mandy, I trust you. Help me. To unfold that in that way, what did that feel like for you to hold on to those emotions of that mother looking for her daughter?
I think it's because her daughter was similar age to my daughter, and obviously we are emotional more so because obviously we bear children, and it was just that need. And I just imagine how it would have been for me if I had lost my daughter in an earthquake. I mean, not only to lose her in an earthquake, but to have no communication, obviously, for 15 hours must have been absolutely, you just couldn't imagine it, could you? Not seeing your daughter 15 hours or even knowing if she was alive or not. So obviously she tried to get as much information as they possibly could, but literally there were no communication. So literally it's finding the needle in the haystack, theoretically. And then when she got the communication to her mother after them 15 agonizing hours, you can imagine the relief, knowing full well what I'd already told her had like lifted the burden, the lifting of the knowing that she's alive. That's
right.
That feeling as a mother that she's alive. How she was alive, she had no idea at that point until she was telling her about the fact that she collapsed in the cafe. And so she was obviously all alone in a 12,000 miles away, wondering, if she was going to survive the earthquake, because she thought she was in a film. It was just such a surreal experience for her. Fortunately, I've seen her since, and we have, we're still in touch now, and we still talk about it from time to time. But literally, she is literally, a life was flashed in front of her at 26. Do you know what I mean? And she obviously had to run up on high ground because they thought they're going to be a tsunami. And you can imagine that mother thinking, oh my God, is she alive? And you see films and you hear about it and you think, oh, it's never going to be my daughter. She'd gone traveling for a couple of years, and that's how it was. And literally, she was only a couple of weeks into her trip, and you just never know they're going to be an earthquake to strike. You just don't expect that, do you, on your holidays or you're traveling? But that's how it was. So for her to have that knowingness that I'd said that she's alive, it was a big responsibility.
Right.
So that 15 hours later and then she messaged me straight away as she'd come off the phone from her daughter, telling me exactly what I said to her is what she said to her mother. Well, it literally was mind-blowing for me, literally. It was very emotional at the same time, because I just said, thank God that she's okay. That's on that first instance. So I just felt really, really pleased that, there's sometimes a need in life, if you need something, you just have no choice but to offer your services, Debbie, like we do. So this is what it's about, really. When you have that need to have that connection for somebody who's obviously she's living and obviously who's passed, you just have to have it. You just need it in your life for your soul to feed it.
Right. Many of us are coming together as a community. We're all in different pages and we're all across the world right now. And I know that a lot of people are wanting a message, and a lot of people are sometimes looking for things or trying to solve things, whether it's through psychic investigation or paranormal investigation. What would you say to someone who doesn't have a first step into the field that we do? How would you have them start their journey to find something within themselves, or even going into the investigational part? What would you tell them what to do?
Well, what I would tell them, they could do it right now if they like, is just to sit in that
let's
space.
Do it.
Yeah. And just sit in that space and just be aware of your surroundings where you sat. Okay. And then just close your eyes and just take a couple of deep breaths. Don't think of anything. Just take a couple of deep breaths. And as you start to slow down your heart rate, you'll start to feel things coming closer to you, okay? The essence of the spirit of the person that's passed, the consciousness, will be putting the impingement on your consciousness too. So it's like you're in a giant bubble, and that bubble of the consciousness of the person that's passed is connecting to your bubble. So just allow them just to come together, okay? So keep your breathing, make it, shorter breaths, slower breaths. And as you allow that to happen, you'll start to have a feeling or a sensation within your body. It could be a touch of the hair, it could be on the face, it could be a feeling in your stomach, on your feet even, okay? Allow them to come close and just say to them, please just come a little bit closer, closer and closer. And then say to them, just give me one word, one colour, even just a number. And that will resonate with you for what you're needing right now in this moment in time, space. And did you feel the energy coming close, Debbie?
I did. And I wonder how those that are listening, if they felt anything, because I could feel my loved one come very close, and then I could feel spirit come closer, and then I could feel where they were bringing me that extra love from spirit. So there was a healing that you brought forward with that, not just the connection, the frequency and energy brought forward that healing component that I needed. Uh-oh. Hey, girl, there was Miss Kelly Brickle. That's our moderator, our producer from Sacred Spiral, hooking us up, y'all. So, Mandy, I mean, that was a beautiful explanation. How did everyone feel, that if anyone did that? Jessica, Marian, Vicky, did any of you guys feel that? Vanessa, like, did anybody hear Pia? What did you guys feel? I felt the energy come closer. Yes, M.E., thank you. That was and I think this is a beautiful way that someone can sit for themselves, welcome spirit closer, welcome the energy closer, welcome the frequency closer, and start making the intention. Facebook user they just saw their late husband Julian come very close. God bless you.
Bless you. Wow.
Right. Does anybody have any questions for Mandy at all? Because you have a beautiful soul who's worked on Area 51, you got Skinwalker, you got some really hardcore, let me see what's happening up in there. You got a real powerhouse lady here with y'all. Look, I felt my mama. See, I did too. I felt my mom. I definitely felt her. So I know when we're open and we're connected in such a beautiful way with the intent to bring them closer. I was just wondering, where is Callie? And there she was.
Well, you asked her to come in, so she's coming. So there you go. If you can allow somebody who's living to come closer, you clearly can ask somebody who's passed to come closer.
Mm-hmm. So, Mandy, go ahead and go through the comments and see if you feel guided to work with anyone here in the comments.
Okay, there were a lady in there that I saw, and it just spirit pointed me to her, because I had a lady that came right in. Now, where's she gone? This lady, she called Pia Rasmussen. Pia.
I saw Pia. Okay, Pia. Kelly, can you see Pia there? P-I-A?
P-I-A, yeah. Rasmussen. Musa? I had a lady that came right in. When I saw her name there, it just had a lovely lady come in and a gentleman at the same time. Pia Rasmussen. Yeah, is that one? Hello. Yes, Pia. I just had I had a lady that came in and then a gentleman came beside her. Okay. And the lovely thing about her, she had a wonderful energy. And then all I could see where she lived were mountainous. It was just mountainous. And I could just slightly see like snow on the tops of these mountains. Okay. But she had just such a lovely energy. And the other thing was with this lady, I felt like she did some work in fields. I just felt like she was working on the land with this gentleman. And when they worked together, they worked well together. And I felt like that when they were doing this hands-on work in these fields, they had a harmonious relationship and a harmonious family. It just felt so natural. I just wanted to be there with them in this mountainous range. It was just a beautiful place. they were far away from a city or a town. I felt like they lived on a place on the road, not necessarily a farm, but possibly that kind of building that got with them. And she just wanted to come really close because there's somebody that's been asking about. And the unusual thing about this lady, she speaks a different language, okay? And I'm just asking her just to break. And it's really strange because I got like some kind of frog in my throat feeling. I felt maybe she had a horsey voice or a strong, powerful voice as well at the same time. But I'm really quite hoarse with her, okay? And I feel like towards the end of her life that she struggled to speak, but she's speaking in another language. I'm just asking her just to come that little bit closer. Come on. Okay, she just said, "Oh, you are Danish? Is that Danish? Is that the word? You okay?" And she's talking in like a dialect. There's a really quite unusual dialect with her. I'm just asking her to slow it down a little bit because I don't feel like this lady's come through before, and she's got lots to say. Okay, from Denmark. Oh, bless you. Okay, come on, that little bit closer, love. Come on. She's just showing me squares, interlocking squares. She's just showing me, and it looks like, you know, when they talk about a square peg round hole scenario, she was just giving me that as a symbol to say that she was a square peg trying to put herself into a round hole. And when she says that to me, in the feeling I get with that, it's as though nobody understood what she necessarily had to say. I felt like that nobody actually listened to her, but she had lots to say, okay? And she's asking you to talk as much as you want to talk, okay? There's somebody here that's suppressing that speech, and she's just asking you to speak your mind, okay? She's a very strong lady, and she wants you to be as strong as her, okay? This gentleman's just come in, and I felt like he was a very quiet man. She did all the talking, okay?
Right.
Okay, and she's just taking me back to this view now with these mountains, and there's lots of green, but there's just snow-capped tops. And there's somewhere, I feel like in your home, there's a picture here, because I can see a picture with all these greenish mountains, but with snow caps on the top. Okay, and it's like a home from home image. And sometimes she just said to me that you think it's your grandma. Okay, there's this image that you see of where she was, and it takes you back to where she was as she was growing up. Okay. And it's a wishful thinking that you have that one day that you're going to be working there or be part of that, back to your roots, if you will. Okay. I'm just asking her just to come a little bit closer, see if she wants to give you a word here, okay? The really interesting thing is she's just showing me a fan, okay? Okay, she's showing me a fan to say that she's a fan of you. So there must be something that you're doing right now that she's a fan of, okay? Come on, a little bit closer, love, come on. Okay, she's just showing me the initial L. I feel like it's somebody that's here. She's trying to explain the wording, but she just showed me initially the L, which is obviously an L. I'm just asking, and I'm trying to pronounce the word, okay? I think she's going to spell it out to me, okay, but initial L is, okay, Ellis. Is that a name, Ellis? Ellis, or Leslie, or Ellis, she sounds like Ellis is E, but it begins with L. Not an E. Can you take that information, Pia?
I don't see her commenting back.
No.
Do you want to give her a message, Mandy?
The message is to do what you feel is right for you, not what others think you should do. Okay.
Oh, I love that.
She is a very strong woman, and she wants you to be as strong as she is. Okay. So I'm going to leave a love of spirit with you, Pia. But she mentioned the name. It sounded like Ellis, but beginning with L. So you're like a Lellis. That's the name that came. So I'm going to leave a love with you, Pia.
Oh, she gets it. She says, yes, I get it. There it is.
Bless her.
Catch that, Miss Kelly. That's beautiful. You were doing an amazing job. Do you want to go next to see where else to go?
Okay, I'll see where I'm feeling to go. Oh, there's another. Oh.
They're all coming in hot. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Rita. Hi, Courtney girl. Gaynor. Hello, Lorraine. Thank you for being here. Al-Marie, you're always coming in hot. Stacia, I was seeing you on Facebook. Carol, I see you. Also, McDowell, so nice to have you here. All these beautiful souls. Iris,
You're welcome, Pia. Just got another lady that's come forward here.
Go ahead, Miss Mandy. You was on fire.
She came really quickly, this lady, afterwards, because somebody's asked for her, and she's been asking it since we've been coming on here. She's been saying, mum, 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 in her thoughts all the time. And she's going, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. That's what she just
Girl,
said.
that's
You know,
funny.
when they do that, they're really quite pressing. You know, I feel like she's pressing here. I just want to know if I could come to Helen here.
Okay, Helen Smith.
She's been really pressing, and she's saying, "Mum, mum." You've been saying to her, "Mum, mum, mum," in your thoughts, "Mum, mum, mum." She's just saying, "I'm here, and here." You feel her energy quite a lot. She just said, "You feel my energy all the time." She said, "Why don't you talk to me? You need to talk to me," she says, "because there's lots of things you've got to say. I know people don't listen to you, what you want to say to them here, but there's things you want to talk to me about, okay? Just come that little bit closer, love. Come on." Oh, she's got a lovely energy. I just want to cuddle this lady. She's quite I would call her rounded. She's very rounded and very cuddly. Okay, that's what she wants to come as. Okay, come on that little bit closer. Just come in a little bit, love. The really strange thing is, she passed last January. Bless her. The really strangest thing is, she's just shown me a can opener. Now, I don't know whether you've been coping things with a tin or a can opener today, or if you said some colourful language to it. But yeah, best friend, bless her. Yeah, they are your best friend. But she's just talking about this can opener. She's really persistent with this can opener. I don't know if you tried to open something today or yesterday, or I'm feeling it's today, and there was some colourful language that came with it. Because she was with you when you was doing it, okay? There was something that you thought about when you was opening this can today. I don't know whether it's something that where she did it or not, but she just said,
Right.
"You can hear my thoughts," she said. "You listen to my thoughts. You listen to me still. So it's time for you to talk to me still. All right?" I'm just asking her just to come in that little bit closer. Okay.
Her can opener never works.
Is that what she said? The can opener never works. She said, "Oh, she's just so funny. She's just coming in, but there's lots of colourful language that comes with it, but I'm not going to say, okay?" But she's laughing here. She's having a bit of a what do you call it? Chickle. I don't know. I've never heard. I thought it was chuckle, but she sounded like chickle. So I don't know whether it was chickle tin you were trying to open or something, but she just said chickle. So I don't know what that means. It must be something that you had together. Okay. Come on, that little bit closer, love. Come on. Okay. She just showed me something to do with building blocks here. Okay. And she's just talking about building blocks, and she's saying it's coming together. So there's some kind of building blocks that you're building up at the moment that are going to come together. The spaces at the moment in between these building blocks, metaphorically speaking, but she said they're all going to come together. All right. She just said you just got to allow them to come together. You're struggling to allow them to come together. Okay. And I feel like it's some project that you've been working on. I'm not going into it too much because sometimes it's a bit private. You don't want other people to know, but these building blocks are going to be coming together. And then you're going to go, "Now I know why." You're going to have a big sigh. You're going to say, "Now I know why I didn't allow them to go together." Okay. So she's just coming that little bit closer, love. Okay. All right. Oh, she's showing me a window now. There's something about a window, and I'm sensing that you stand at this window, and when you look out of this window, she comes really close to you. All right. And there's been a moment when something's moved either on the windowsill or the curtains move, and you've looked as though to say, "What was that?" She's just letting you know it's her. Okay. Oh, so yeah. Well, she's just saying they're coming together now, and they will come together. And she just says, trust in her like you trusted her here. That when they come together, it'll be in a moment. It'll be a finally type of scenario. You'll feel that you're in the place where you're meant to be. But she wants you to go back to that window, okay? And she wants you to keep looking out that window and allowing her to move things more. So when you ask the question, she's going to move it in a way that you're going to know whether it's a yes or a no. I know there's knocks and there's taps and things, but she's not going to do it that way. She's going to move something. So if you say to her, "Mum, are you here?" she's going to move it twice for yes and once for no. So it could be somebody else that's coming in, all right? But she wants you to know that she's not far away. She's literally about 10 feet away from you. She's not up there. She's not down there. She's 10 feet away from you, adjacent, okay? So she just said, okay, come on that little bit closer. There's some sensation that you've been having on your bed, at the end of your bed, but not like the normal people where you feel somebody sat on the bed. There's something that she bangs on the bed or the bottom of the bed. She like taps it or some kind of shake at the bottom of the bed, not actually sitting on it, okay? Most people who I felt somebody sit on the bed. No, she doesn't do that. She taps the bed and moves the bed to make sure you know it's her. Okay, she's a really forthright lady, and she's still forthright in spirit, okay? Okay, she's also talking about, okay, there's somebody here that needs some guidance, okay, and she wants to know that you can actually offer this guidance. There's somebody here that's been talking to you a lot, and they're looking for answers. So you are really quite an intuitive yourself. And this person's been coming to you regularly, and you're saying, that person's at it again. They're coming to ask me questions. Okay, and she just said, you've just got to give her the answers that you feel. Yeah, because she wants to feel your emotion with this message, with this answer that you're giving to this person. Because you're actually healing this person in that you don't know you are, but you actually are. And she's seeking the answers that you actually have. So that's all she wants you to know. She wants you to know that you are helping others. And she just wants to say to you, I can just see this, it's a really unusual ornament on a windowsill. I won't probably put something like that on a windowsill, but it looks, I don't normally say this, but it looks like a bucket, okay? And I don't know many people have buckets on the windowsill, but it looks like a bucket to me, unless it's a big plant pot. But it's something quite large, and it's difficult to move, but she said she can move it, okay? So that's what she's going to do, Helen, and you're going to know it's her because you would never imagine her to be able to move it anyways, okay?
Right.
She's got the strength here. She had the strength here. She's got the strength there, and she's giving you the strength now, Helen. So I'm going to leave a little bit of spirit with you.
Beautiful job. Helen is a really amazing soul. She's a very strong supporter on Derek Okoro's page. I see her quite a bit weekly. So thank you, Helen. I'm so glad you got such a beautiful message. I could feel the essence of her mother. When you were talking about the can opener, I know at some point her hands were very challenging to open things with the mom, as my wrists were a little bit weakened at some point in my journey as she came close to me. And I know when you were talking about the window, there was also a hummingbird in the window. So I know that hummingbirds were very significant. I also know that the month of March is significant. It's very interesting because then she gives me the number 16. And I feel like when you were talking about there's a message that she has for somebody, I also wanted her to write, like sit and pause. Like, what is it, Helen, that they need? And really journal with your questions and your thoughts before you share that with the next person. There's a gentleman that's being acknowledged, a significant other, just sending them love as well. And so I'm just so glad that you were able to break it down in such a beautiful way for her, Mandy. And I was just getting a glimpse as I was holding space here, a little glimpse of it all. And your mother just took me up to a beautiful memory, Helen, also where I would say tea time or coffee time, and the plate had a very beautiful gold rim around it with a little white plate cream with pink flowers. And I felt like, she really kept looking at her tea, and maybe at some point she couldn't hold on to that, and I feel like you would help her sip her tea, and those were precious moments that you hold close to your heart. And I also know like that gentle kiss of love from mother to daughter. So there was that love of a gentle kiss from you to her, from the forehead, and she just holds your hand and she says, there's this memory as her hand comes very close to me, as you hold onto her hand and you give her that dignity and grace to pass with love and ease. And she says, thank you. And so Father also steps forward in respect and honor to you. And so I'll leave you with that. Let's unfold and see where else we can go. So I just wanted to give you the little pieces that were popping in as Mandy was just doing such a brilliant job in bringing her essence forward for you. And I know that you're here supporting all the time. So thank you. For those that are in here, thank you for holding space. Thank you for the butterflies and the bows and the prayer hands and the flowers. Please don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. And don't forget to share. Send your stars to Derek Okoro's page in honor of their fund that they hold space for daily. Sharing is caring. That's right, Claudette. Sharing is caring. Okay, Miss Mandy, I see the eyes going, girl. Where are you going next? I feel you. I feel you coming in hot, girl.
I'm really drawn to a lady called Elle Marie.
Yes.
And
Let's
the thing is
go.
with that, I just feel like that there's some kind of which way shall I go scenario with this lady. Hello, Debbie Mandy. Oh, from South Africa. Bless you, Elle Marie. I'm just sensing here there's some kind of crossroads with you at the moment, okay? And, okay, there's a lady here at the moment bending my ear, okay? I've just had a lady touching my left ear and she's bending my ear to make sure I listen, okay? I feel like I'm being told off by her. She's a very strong lady and very... yeah, she's bending my ear again. It's aching a little bit here, so I'm just asking her why she's bending my ear. She's asking me to listen, okay? So I felt like this lady I feel like she was not saying a quiet lady, but towards the end, she struggled to speak. Okay, so she's asking me to come close. I'm just going to go a little bit closer to her while she speaks to me. Okay. Okay. The interesting thing, she's showing me a mirror here. Okay. And she just said, in this mirror, you see this lady that's coming forward, Elmarie. Okay. Yeah. And she just said, when you look in this mirror, you feel like you're changing. Okay. And when you look at yourself, I'm sensing some kind of transfiguration here with it, because I feel like there's an overshadowment with you when you look in the mirror. And this lady's coming extremely close to you to give you the guidance that you've been seeking. And when she said also this mirror, she said, when you're looking in this mirror, it goes a little bit hazy. You think it's hazy, but it's not. What's happening is she's coming extremely close to you through her etheric self, okay? Because that's where we reside in our next life, is in our etheric selves, okay? So she's just coming that little bit closer in the mirror for you to see her, okay? Okay, come on, that. Yeah. She stopped bending me in now, because that's what she wanted to say to you first of all. It's very important, the mirror, okay? And I felt that this mirror was maybe her mirror, okay? I'm just asking her just to come in. The interesting thing, there's another lady outside of her. So I'm sensing this lady's an auntie or a great auntie that's with her. And there was some kind of, not saying a ritual, that's not the right word I want to use, but the mirror was an important part of her life too. She felt like she looked in the mirror and she talked to herself. But not in herself as, talking to herself. She was talking to her etheric self, which we all do anyways, okay? And when you mentioned about the crossroads, she said you already know which path you want to take, okay? She said you just have to feel it, okay? It could be my grandmother, or was it the initial of her name? Well, maybe, but she just showed me the mirror as well. But the interesting thing is you can feel where you want to go. Okay, and there's a feeling here. We always think, oh, is it left? Is it right? Is it forward? Is it backwards? Or whatever. She's asking you to take all the options. Okay, it's like mediumship. There's many facets in mediumship. It's like a diamond. You've got to try them all. So when you feel that you're actually at crossroads, if you want to look at that, she's asking you to look at all the aspects of mediumship. Okay, and asking you to try everything out on every road that you take. So there is not actually initially a crossroads, it's just the thought of one. So if you change that crossroads to a diamond, how many facets are there in a diamond? Which you are actually the diamond, so you have to try them all. This lady was also very intuitive. I felt like she did something with stones. I can see stones with initials on them. They call them, they're like pebbles, aren't they? What do they call them? Can't remember what they call them now. Rune stones, that's the word. Yeah, I'm sensing she used rune stones, and she also did the leaves, but not actually in tea. It's like she'd get a stick on the ground and move the leaves a certain way that would give a message. It was just a wonderful way of connecting to the earth and connecting to yourself. She's just got a lovely, lovely energy with her here. My ear's not hurting no more, so she's not bending it, so that's a bonus. But she's a very, very intuitive lady. She's also talking about your intuitiveness. Okay. She's just coming with a healing essence here. I'm sensing that the healing essence that you actually have to offer is remarkable. Okay. She could just put the hands on somebody and they felt like they was healed. She has such a powerful energy running through her hands. And she says, you also have it too. Mm. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful
lady. Does this make sense? Where are you, Miss Marie?
She's just a lovely, lovely energy with her. Okay, I'm just asking her just to come that little bit closer. Okay, she wants to give you the initial T. And the interesting thing, how she shows me initial T, it's written in like calligraphy. So she was an exceptional writer. She could write. She used to put like extras on the T that would make it look like it was like a flower, or she could use a letter and change it into a flower. She just had a wonderful way of writing and drawing words and names. But she just gave me the initial T, okay? Mm-hmm. Come on that little bit closer, love.
There she is. Okay.
Okay, Elmarie. She just wants to give you the initial T, okay? So the T is very important. So, come on. She also wants me to give me the initial C also. So T and C is really important here. Okay, she knows what that means. And she wants you to use it, okay? So it's TC. I'm just wondering if it's TLC, tender loving care. That's what I'm feeling with her. I don't see the L, but she just give the TC. I'm just putting that in myself. But we all need tender loving care from time to time. But I just see the TC. It's just TC. Okay. Come on, a little bit closer. Okay, she's showing me now some kind of, it looks like a locket, but it's not oval. It's like a square piece of either gold or silver. And it's got a name written on it, but it's written in calligraphy. Okay. I'm just trying to see if I can, I wonder if that's some of the initials in the actual writing of the name. But it's worn, I feel either you wear it or she wore it. And it's still here. It's actually still here. Okay. She just wants you to bring that close to your heart. And she said she'll come a lot closer to you when you hold it. All right. She's asking you to put it in your left hand. Okay. That's the receiving hand. And whatever you ask for, she will give it to you. Okay. So I'll leave a lover spirit with you there, Elle Marie. But what a lovely, wonderful lady she was.
Beautiful. I was like, I thought we had lost her for a second because it was so quiet. It just got really quiet for a moment. Beautiful job, Mandy. I see that there's Danielle in the house. We have Jessica Pond. I know we had Simon earlier. So thank you all for holding space and still being here. And thank you, Callie, for taking care of everything behind the scenes. For those that are in here again, don't forget to subscribe to Sacred Spirals Network, Things Network, Derek Akora's page, and Transcend with Debbie. We appreciate the support and love. I'm going to go in here if you don't mind. And feel free to jump in too, Mandy, okay? I want to go to Linda. Linda, I saw Linda. Can you take me back, Kelly, to Linda, if you don't mind? There you are. Hi, Linda. Are you still here? For those that are still here, I know people pop in and out all the time. Let's get a roll call. Who's still here? Where are you from? Say hello. Let's go. I see Linda. Yes. Tracy, thank you for being here. Linda, I see you're here. Okay, great. I know in my awareness, I have a gentleman that's being impressed to me, and where I feel is a definite connection within the heart is the sense I get. There's either this loss or this feeling here of just wanting to be understood. I feel like at some point he wanted to be understood is the sense I get. Linda, if you would understand this. It's very interesting. The movie Grease just comes into my awareness, and it's almost like when Olivia Newton-John goes into like a full transformation, and she's like, I ain't putting up with this no more. Let's go. So he's acknowledging this shift or this change as well. If you would understand this, Linda, yes and no. I do know also there's a name Frank that's also very relevant in some way. I feel like this is a connection to a friend or a brother that's connected to your father or this gentleman, if you would understand that. Well, there's a troll, they say. Miss Kelly Burkle. Thank you for watching. Linda, if you would understand this, I'm waiting for your name, the yes and the no's and the I don't knows. I just feel like keep going. Like I feel like you're on a roll. Like just keep going. If you would understand this, Linda, I feel like you're someone who stays busy. You're cleaning. I feel like you're in the kitchen. You're doing your thing. I feel like you're taking care of yourself as Mandy talks about that tender, loving care. I feel like you're definitely giving yourself care. Yes, the name is connected to a mother's side. Oh, thank you. Okay. And so would you understand the gentleman as well? Then yes. Okay. And so as I come to you, I definitely feel like you're very protected. I feel like this work makes you, I don't know if it makes you nervous, but they're making me feel like there's a little bit of like, okay, you're sensitive, but it's like, oh my God, I need a little protection. And so I feel like you're very protected. So I felt like I had to say that as well. The grounding is a very big part of our way of protecting our energy. If you work within that Earth Star chakra, that is where it allows us to stay rooted, bringing our silver cord in. And I feel like I had to say that to you. So that grounding energy, I always tell Mandy, her and I were always in the air with the angels. I'm like, every time I work with you, I have to wear red. And then we're like, because we definitely love to be up with the angels, right? But the more we're grounded, the more our energy's present, the less things can really get in our way where it's going to not hurt us, but feel into so much is the word I want to say. So I feel like you are very sensitive. You're very attuned. I get the sense also too, like with you, I don't know if this woman, I have to acknowledge a woman coloring is the impression that he gives me. So I feel like I have to acknowledge either mom or someone that's coloring, because I feel like I'm just giving, I want to give you like a light yellow. I want to bring some blue. So I feel like when I color, that's a lot of healing coming in. It's almost like this peacock of a, of the mom, like coloring in the peacock is what I want to give you, the different colors of it. Like, but with you, I was getting the yellow also, if you would understand this woman that colors as well. And I feel like you either have gone through something really transformation, like and that transformation, and so that chapter is closed, and I feel like I want to give you a new beginning. So whatever you've gone through, I just want to say new beginnings are coming, if you would understand this. The month of January and the month of February are very significant. I also want to go to Valentine's Day as maybe some time where maybe things were a little uncomfortable. Yes, you understand this. Thank you. I feel like I also want to give you the month of December, whether it's a birthday or a celebration. I also have to acknowledge a son as well, or a child. And I also feel like this is in reference to Frank, because they just gave me the name Frank again as well. I also want to bring the family together. So they're showing me, like, if we're hanging out at a park for Easter, like I want to be around the cars, the lowriders, things like that. Like I just feel music, fun, good times, and I just want to celebrate life. It's like, let's celebrate life. Like have faith, all is well is the sense I get. I also know for mom, they're bringing a connection to your mom again, and I want to give butterflies to her. So butterflies are very significant also for that. I feel like you're writing things down on a list of things that you need to do. And on this list, they're giving me like the number third choice or third option. So you're writing the third choice, third option, if you would understand that. I would never tell anybody what to do. So always feel empowered to do what feels right. And I feel like Mandy's got a little something. So I'm going to pass it to Mandy. Go ahead, Miss Mandy, girl.
I just had a young lady step in here. She doesn't feel very old. And the thing is with her energy, I felt like she didn't have much energy while she was here. And I felt like that, a passing, it wasn't, in fact, I'm feeling really quite dizzy with this young lady. And I'm sensing I'm with, is it Kels, Lou, Kemi? She just kept coming, the name kept coming. And this young lady just touched the side of my face here. She wants me to turn here. And the feeling that I get with her is very dizzy, okay? That's my niece. Oh, bless you. I just got really dizzy with her. I just felt really dizzy in my head, across here especially. And she kept pulling my face to look at her here. And so I feel like there's a lot of sensation on the right side of the face. Okay, Kels. She just came right in. So she was turning my face to the side to look away. Okay, so there was something with her here that she didn't want people to look at her. I felt like she had something that she didn't want people to see. Okay. And I'm just asking her just to allow her to come a little bit closer here and ask what she has to say. And I feel like she's struggling to speak, okay, because I feel that you've gone cold, yeah. She's just got a really, really lovely energy with her. I'm just asking her, and she's just doing that. Okay, and I'm feeling that while she wants me to talk to you, she doesn't want you to see her, all right? So I'm just sensing she might want to come in through a transfiguration format, and she's just coming really, really close now. I mean, if she comes through, I won't be able to stop her. Okay, so if she wants to come in, she's going to come in. Okay, she's talking about some kind of birthmark on her face or something on her face here. I don't know whether it was something that was causing her to pass, but I'm just sensing there's something on her face that she doesn't want anybody to see. All right, but I've just said to her it won't really matter, because obviously we're all the same. What really matters is what is in your heart. Okay, she's just coming that little bit closer, but she's still showing me this dizzy feeling here that she has. And that's what I think, that's something that she passed with, the dizzy feeling. She felt dizzy before she passed, okay? And there's something to the face. I don't know whether it was an accident, a car accident, but there was some kind of blow to the face, okay? She's just showing me a window, all right? Come on. I can't make it out whether it's in a house or in a car, but it looks something that's... Okay, come on that little bit closer, love. She's just showing me this square window. Well, it looks like it's a rectangular window, okay? Come on that little bit close. Okay, she's showing me that she used to wear some kind of glasses, okay? She's showing me that she's got glasses on, okay? But she keeps pulling me to the side here. She doesn't want you to see, okay? Car accident, bless her. She doesn't want you to see her face, okay? But I've just said to her that, Her heart's still intact. She just said the heart was still intact. She just got to let you know that. Okay, her heart was still intact. She literally didn't, should I say, feel anything. She just went dizzy and then she passed out of her body. Okay, she just came right out. Okay. She wasn't in much pain. It was very quick. She said, okay. But she don't want to talk about that now. She wants to talk about what she's doing right now. Okay. The beautiful thing is she's literally got flowers in her hair, all right? She's wearing something in her hair that's full of flowers. She just wants to say to you about the flowers. Okay, and I feel like there was lots of flowers at her funeral, but I feel like somebody put flowers in her hair, fresh flowers, okay? Because she's just saying how beautiful she looked, even though she didn't want to see her face, okay? So I felt like they'd made her up to look how she looked, okay? Oh, she's just wonderful. She's okay, come on. She just gave me the initial E, okay? All right, the initial E, okay, I'm just asking her, and it's really interesting because when I see the E, it looks like it's written in bubble writing. I don't know if anybody knows what bubble writing is, but it's something you do when you're a child. So she's basically coming as though she's a child, okay? So she wasn't one person to grow up. She didn't want to grow up, all right? I don't feel like she's very old when she passed, but she's showing me bubble writing E, okay? But she's got a lovely energy. She's just taking that away from me now, the dizziness and her face. She's not so bothered now because she can talk. She says, I'm always in your heart. All right. And she says, I'll always will be. Okay. And she just said that, when she passed over, she just felt normal. It weren't like she'd been in a car accident. She just felt like she was normal. Okay. And obviously people was upset. She says, but it didn't last very long. I know they still think about me and they still have me in their thoughts and we still have the memories. And she's just saying that, the flowers, it's important about the flowers. She's really pressing the flowers here. So I'm sensing Emma, oh, bless her. She's just asking you to wear the flowers in your hair. She says because it's either the song Flowers in Your Hair, which is probably given in the age of what she was when she passed, but she's showing me flowers. It's important just to pick a flower and put it in and think of her. Okay, so she's going to be a living memory with you. Okay, she'll always be there for you. You can talk to her anything you want. The really interesting thing is when she put this flower in her hair just then, it was a yellow flower. Okay, and it wasn't a daffodil, it was something flat. I can't even tell you what flower it was, but it smells beautiful. Okay, it was just one flower, weren't many, it was just one. Okay, so she says when you go walking and you see a flower, just pick it for me and put it in your hair and I'll be with you. Okay, and she said, if anything you want to ask me, I can still talk to you like I did before. It's just more subtle, okay? Like we did the exercise earlier with the bubble. Just sit down on the park bench or all the wall when you see this flower and just ask to come close. She said, I'll move the flower for you and you'll know it's me. So I know I'm going to be with you wherever you go, whatever you do, okay? There were a very good connection you had with her, a really close connection. Even though you said it was your niece, I felt like you was quite mothery towards her. Okay. Oh, bless her. Her funeral was in the 22nd of March. Well, flowers are really important. Okay. And she okay. There's lots of flowers. But they're in her hair. She sees them in her hair. Okay. And the fragrance, it's really interesting because I just got the fragrance of jasmine. Okay. Now, jasmine is a beautiful smelling flower, but I can just smell jasmine. I don't know whether you're around a jasmine flower now or there's going to be jasmine at the funeral, but she says, as soon as you smell jasmine, you know I'm going to be there. That's her signature smell. She's just said, okay, jasmine. And I think
I could smell that.
Yeah, is it a little yellow, a little white or yellow flower? Is it yellow or is it white? I can't remember, but that's what I can smell because they're only small flowers, but you've got a strong smell. And she says, that part of her is with you. The jasmine is going to be with you. So when you smell that jasmine, you know she's there, okay? She wants you not to be sad, and I know it's easy for her to say, but she says, I'm having the best life, okay? She said, I can go where I want, all the places I wanted to go I've been. I want to do further traveling. I want to go here. I want to go there. She felt like she just wants to travel the world. She said, I even want to go to the moon. She just literally wants to just go wherever she wanted to go, okay? And she's doing that, okay? And that split second, she can go anywhere she wants, okay? She's just got a lovely energy. If you want to get closer to her, Claire, is it Kels? I'm quite happy to let you do that. I'm quite happy to offer you this out-of-body experience. Debbie's had this experience. If you want to connect with her directly, I'm quite happy to offer that to you. If you want to private message me or put it on it, and I'm quite happy to do that for you, because there's something that you've got to ask her, but I don't want to pour it on here. Okay, so there's something you want to ask her, so I'm offering you this experience. Obviously, I do an out-of-body experience where I can allow you to connect to the person that's passed at the destination of your choice. But she's just come again with a jasmine. It's just come right in again, Debbie. Did you smell it again then? It come really strong.
I did smell it in the beginning when you were first bringing her in, and I was just getting the essence of this woman holding on to a baby, and I just was going to a memory of her long black hair and just sitting there and just kind of like, you know, the mother soothing a child. And so when you were bringing her essence, she was someone that was someone that supported her. I do feel like at this moment when we lose someone, we're in that deep grief and they're just trying to bring in that upliftment. I want to give her a sunflower. So I know you kept saying yellow, and I want to bring her that sunflower as well. I do know that butterflies, either you saw one or a child just saw one, because I feel like a young girl is acknowledging the butterfly. I do feel the home was important, and it's like taking care of the home. So this woman was really established and rooted within the family. She was really established being at home and getting everyone together. I feel like she was someone who would love to decorate for birthdays, celebrations. She's got a really bubbly personality. And I feel like if I could give back to everybody, it's like, here's for you, here's for you. And I just want to be now at a dancing party. So when I feel in her essence, like I'm the kind of girl that would be at a fiesta, like if we're having drinks, and so either you had this or you're having drinks and everyone's saluting or raising their glass to her, whether she would have loved a good margarita or a shot of tequila. I definitely get the sense they're acknowledging the boys or the gentlemen in the family, honoring and toasting in her name and honor. She knows that there was either some type of sweater or sweatshirt that's also being held or that's hers as well. And I feel like family, bringing the family together, everybody coming, and it was just like she would be this person who would pray or bless them or pray over them, because I know I'm carrying that essence to the family as well. So she's just got this beautiful spirit with her, Mandy, as I fell into her. But when you were talking about the jasmine, I definitely felt that. 4th of July is very significant as well as those dates come in. The number 56, the number 2, and the number 3 are also very significant. I feel like all of a sudden I want to call her up, and her phone number either is like has an 884 number in it, because she's giving me the number 884. Like, let me pick up the phone. I'm looking at my cell phone message and I'm seeing her on my cell phone. She also tells me that September is also significant. And this is either like where you had a really deep conversation and there was a conversation that went back and forth. So she's an amazing communicator. She makes me feel like she was someone that took care of you, brushing your hair, you know, sitting there while you were younger, and she's right behind you, just kind of acknowledging this young girl again. So I feel like this young girl is also being acknowledged, if this makes sense, because this is what I'm getting for you. I don't know if we lost her, if she's still here, but keep going. You know, there's this connection of going to sleep. I'm there with you when you're with I feel like children, like I'm with my child and I'm laying them down and I'm like reassuring this young girl that everything is well. So I do feel into that as well. So she is coming very close. As Mandy was talking about the transfiguration, it's when spirit gets so close to us, we can feel into that. You can start to feel the overshadowing of her presence. Yes, she has children. Thank you, Kels, because I feel like I'm with the child, I'm with the children, and I'm just overseeing them. There's a very beautiful, close blend. And that blend, when she comes closer, is just like she's present. So I see the bed. I see it like a cream kind of a color. I see the young girl there. I feel like I have my bear or my teddy bear, and I'm holding on to this bear. I know that it's like I'm the mother that's tucking them in, and I feel like I want to go to this side, but it was almost like at some point the children stayed in one room together, and now the young boy is in his own room. I feel he's older, and so she's very well present. I mean, this can go unfold in many layers, and it can open up in so many ways. The name Charlie is also coming in. The name Sam is coming in, and I just feel like give everybody a hug, tell them I'm all right, and I just want to hold everybody so tight. And when I say that, I could feel the emotions of that. So my heart goes to you on just having this recent loss. God bless you, Els. I'm so sorry on your loss. And please continue to either follow Derek Akora's page, Things Network, Transcend with Debbie, Mandy. We're always holding space. There are always so many amazing mediums that come in and donate their time for the love of spirit and community. So God bless you, and we'll leave you with her love. Let's see. Where are you going, Mandy? Where are you going,
I'm
girl?
just sensing a gentleman has just come in, and I'm just really drawn to Mike Egan. Okay. And there's something about this gentleman's energy with him. And I feel that he channels this gentleman quite a lot. Okay. And the interesting thing with this gentleman that he channels, his frequency is extremely high. Okay. Hello, Mike. How are you? And the interesting thing about this, I'm sensing some kind of mantra with you, some kind of Buddhism factor. I mean, I study Buddhism, and I've been told I'm a Buddhist by a few people in Hollywood, but we won't go into that right now. And the interesting thing with you, you have this real connection with consciousness, okay? And I'm just sensing, I'm not saying you're a lay person or you are a Buddhist, but there's something about your frequency that's more or less that kind of way of mind, okay? Your mind matter is extremely heightened, and I'm sensing with you that you actually have this wonderful connection with this channel, this person that comes in and you that channels through you, and it's a very what's that word, knowledgeable spirit being, okay? And when he comes through you, I feel that you tend to speak how he speaks too. So I'm sensing that there's some kind of trance with you that you can actually just bring it in at any time, any place, anywhere, all right? And there's some kind of resistance I feel with you that when he does come in, you'll say, no, not just now, because it's always an inconvenient time. But that inconvenient time is the time that it needs to come in. If you need to be Superman and go in a telephone box and do it there, that's fine, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you could do it anywhere and just ask him what you need to know right now before he comes through, all right? And when he does come through, his words are extremely wise. I would just love to sit with you for him to talk away and give knowledge of the afterlife. He's just got a wonderful energy with him. But also, you know, most people have Indians and some people have this and that. This gentleman, I feel, is Aboriginal, okay? And when he comes in, he's got a connection to the land. He just knows all about the land, all right? And I know Aborigines are from Australia, but I'm sensing he's from another part of it. I'm sensing Asia, actually, with this gentleman. Not actually Australia, but his Aboriginal factor with him, because he's got the knowledge of medicine, he's got the knowledge of everything, but also naturalistic approach, okay? I'm just asking him. And the interesting thing with his language, as he comes through, you tend to change your language to his. Okay, so that even though he's from Asia, the language is not actually, it doesn't seem Asian. It's more like, okay, come on, that little bit closer. It's more like, okay, I was trying to pronounce it. It's like a dialect from Asia. It's not the known language in Asia. It's from a different part of Asia that's got a different dialect. So when he comes through, it's such a natural thing. And I'm asking you to record this, Mike, because he's got lots of wise words to say for you to know, but also to maybe get it translated for somebody to understand what he's saying. Okay, because the sacred languages, sacred texts that's coming through. And I mean, I know everybody wants to know about sacred texts, but you're the one to offer it. Okay, so I'd love to maybe either sit with you sometime or maybe talk with you sometime for it to come through and for you to record these sacred texts, because there's some really healing approaches to that. I mean, you must have heard of ayahuasca, which a lot of people have, but he's talking about Peto, which is obviously South African. But there's another one that's from Asia. So there's something that we all need to know right now for healing. Okay, and there's a lot of healing energy through you. And when he comes in, you feel his energy coming really close. And I feel like you become this gentleman. And he's a lot taller than you. I'm not saying you're short, but he's a lot taller than you. But he's also wider also. He's got this energy system with him that's so powerful that you become him, okay? He's just got a lovely, lovely energy with him. Okay, he wants to give you, and it's really strange, he just wants to, it looks like a link, okay? Now, you know when you get like a knuckle and it knuckles together, okay? But he's showing me a link that's really connected with you, all right? The link that you have is like a knuckle. Is that close to you? That your energy is in sync. That's where he's just come with. You're in sync with this gentleman, all right? And when he comes through, it's an amazing experience. So I'm really looking forward to in the future, Mike, for me to watch that, and for Debbie also. But I'm just going to ask him, somebody that's just coming behind him now, because he just asked him to step aside. I have a gentleman that's just come through, who's also very healing when he was here. And the interesting thing is, just said George. Okay, I've just got a George that's just stepped aside of him and said, "Tell him it's George," and he's pointing at the screen and pointing at you. Okay, and this. Okay, come on. The really interesting thing, all I can see is George Foreman.
Nice.
It reminds me of George Foreman's character, and I know he was a boxer, but he's coming with a strong approach, this George, but he's just got a lovely energy with him. I'm just asking him what he's here. Okay, he was a very healing gentleman also, and he had he had hands-on healing, okay, and he could just literally just give somebody healing, but he used to put the hands on the head. He didn't put it anywhere else. He just put it on the head. He says, because that's the part where the energy is needed the most. That's what he's just said, okay? But he had the experience of healing too. So it's really important that you actually offer this to everybody who needs it, Mike. And I feel that you have got lots to offer, okay? So just ask if George has got anything to say to you before he steps back.
Thank you.
He just wants to salute you.
Right. Ooh, I love it. So I know Mike Egan. Mike Egan is a huge TikTok Reiki master, or I believe he does healing teaching, and so I have the honor to sit with him on a one-on-one. He is opening up in mediumship and trance, and so I loved all the beautiful messages. I'm sitting here smiling like, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. So I know maybe there's some things I can hear him in my mind saying, wow, because that's how he talks. He goes, wow. And I could hear him saying that as you were unfolding the message. And so we appreciate you, Mike, for what you do for Spirit. And we thank you for being here. Mandy, thank you so much for being a guest on Transcend with Debbie. Thank you for sharing your passion for Spirit and community. It's truly an honor in having you. Where can people find you? And look at, there you go. Incredible reading. Thank you, Mandy and Debbie. That's what's up.
You're welcome, Mike. Okay,
lots of love to you. I feel, and I think he had a military connection too. I know that he's on typing here, but I mean, we can really unfold this. It's like, get on the road, keep going, bro. Like, they got you, brother. Like, definitely know you're very much, as Mandy said, saluted. So lots of honor to you. Mandy, please tell us where people could find you.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm from the UK, the lovely part of the Ribble Valley, it's called, in Lancashire. You can find me on my email address, which is mandy.paul, Paul, @live.co.uk. You can also connect with me on Messenger or on Facebook, which I'm under Mandy Louise Paul. I'm friends with Debbie, so you'll be able to find me on her friends also. I'm on Instagram. I go on there sometimes, but I'm extremely busy in my other jobs and things. But you can possibly you'll find me on Instagram also, which is under Mandy Louise Paul as well. So if anybody wants to connect, if anybody wants this out-of-body experience, which I offered it to that young lady, if she wants to connect with me, and I'm quite happy to offer her that, because I feel like there was a connection that she needed there. And so, yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, that's where you'll find me. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. And you are also holding space for a circle for those who wish to jump in for remote viewing as well, yes?
Yes, I have a group on a Thursday evening. If anybody wants to try it or to join us, they're quite welcome to do so. It's on a Thursday evening at UK time, 7 p.m. Sorry, at 7:30 p.m. And it's a lovely bunch of people from all around the world. I've got people in Holland, America. I've got people, obviously, in lots of different parts of the world who want to come in and experience this experience of an out-of-body experience and connecting with consciousness.
Thank you. Thank you for all the things you do for Spirit community. Once again, it's an honor. Everyone, thank you for holding space. Thank you for being here on Transcend with Debbie. Don't forget to follow Mandy. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. And don't forget to send the hearts, because that's what we like. We love the support. Thank you so kindly, Callie Brickle, for holding space behind the scenes. Don't forget to follow Sacred Spiral. Woo, that's what's up. Thank you. Again, have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And FYI, her class, 7:30 p.m. UK, is 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. So for those that are around the world, that's AM for us here on our side of the pond. Take care. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Much love.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.